Guys, Brock here. So I was on calls this morning, and you'll notice the palm trees behind me. As I was talking, I was watching my screen, and I heard of this, in the bushes, and I looked back quick enough to see a squirrel just tumbling down, fell down to the ground, and it got up and it was kind of like shaking its head around, and then got back up on the wall and took off. And it made me think about that it actually reminded me of a video I've seen a bunch of times where you see this eagle, a baby eagle, being pushed out of the nest. And it's, this telescopic lens is filming this whole thing. So you see it, high on a mountain. It gets pushed out of the nest and it's just falling and hitting the hill, hitting the side of the mountain, rolling, rolling, rolling. And then all of a sudden, towards the bottom, it's like pops its wings open and starts to fly. And as I was thinking about these two things, the squirrel falling down and kind of dazed and confused and then just carrying on with its way versus the eagle, falling down, but then towards the end, before he hits the ground, actually getting up and flying, it made me think about what we're going through right now and the purpose of this fall. It made me think about that a lot of us are falling off this ledge where we feel like things are falling apart for us. And the point is, what are we taking away from this experience? Are we going to just get back up dazed and confused and kind of go back on our way? We're just going to figure out like, hey, that hurt, but let's return to normal. Let's make everything just seem back to normal. Or are we going to take this fall and learn how to fly from it? Because many of us were pushed into circumstances that were completely uncomfortable, horrible. Some of us lost jobs, lost income, lost sales, lost customers. Um, as we go through that, we're being pushed out, right? Stretches, it hurts. We hit the wall, we hit the rocks going down. But one option is to hit the ground, look dazed and confused and just kind of continue on where we left off, or to hit the ground and realize we were meant to fly and then take off flying. And my encouragement for you today is to think about what are you taking away from this experience right now and the pain from this experience. You're tumbling down this hill one way or another, you're hitting, it's hurting, it's painful, you're losing something. But what happens as you get near the end? Do you just hit the ground, dazed and confused, get back up and pick up? We talk about getting back to normal, as if we just want to pick up where we left off before all this hit. But I want to ask you, what would it look like to turn around and fly from this experience? What would it look like to actually turn this into an opportunity to actually fly? So that's my encouragement for you today. I'd love for you to just think on that and then figure out how you can apply it in your life with what we're going through right now. All right, have a great week.